Previously on GOSPOCAST. We're still talking about moving into your next level, and it's so simple that people make it so complicated. Why can you not move into your next level? One of the reasons why you cannot is that you have to do something about your greatness, your expectation, what God has put in you. You got to do something about it daily. Now, let's say it this way. If God has given you an expectation that you will live in good health, you have to daily eat the right way, practice exercises that will make you move into that future that God has designed for you. It's as simple as that. If God wants you to be a great writer, you got to write something every day, be it little, be it minor, be it just a sketch. You got to do something every day about it until you gradually move into that next level. GOSPOCAST continues right after this. Okay, I'm so excited to welcome you to brand new GOSPOCAST today. My name is Star. I'll be your host for today. What are we talking about today? Today we're going to be talking about something I tag Speak Your Greatness. Speak Your Greatness. I don't care what people think. I don't care who's beside you or what they think about you. If you are not bold enough to declare your greatness, you will not be great. We recently we heard about the story how the great Muhammad Ali passed away. One of the things that people will always remember about him, he said it from the day one. He said it, I am the greatest. In boxing, he said it. He started saying it. Yesterday we talked about doing it. And he didn't just do it, he did it and he said it. And he ended up being there. So you're just not going to stop at the point of doing it. Bible talked about Jesus in book of Acts chapter 1, how he began to do and to teach, that's to speak. So he started doing it and then he started speaking it. So, but today we're going to give you the 3 X's of speaking your greatness. There are 3 particular area we're going to look at today. The first one, you got to be careful about this one because this one carries a lot of power. When you go into the presence of God, when you start worshiping God, don't just pray and lay a complaint or request of what you want God to do for you. Just take out a little moment in His presence and glory in His presence. Just have that feeling of His glory and power and begin to speak your greatness before the presence of God. You know why this is very critical? God say, whatever I hear you say in my presence, I will do it. So God has given you this expectation. God has given this greatness, dropped it in your mind, that is in your soul, and you got to open your mouth in the presence of God. He said, Lord, I am greatness exemplified. I am born to become the best in what I'm doing. The grace is upon me. You just got to open your mouth in the presence of God, not just to pray or talk about this or bind the devil or do that. Just speak your greatness in the presence of God, because God has promised that whatever I hear you say in my presence, I will do it to you. So, but we just go like fight with the devil, bind devil, line all our needs and catalogs of problem, and we fail to glory in His presence. That's what I call glorying in His presence. Just speak of the greatness that God has spoken about you in His presence, right before His face, and do it so proudly, and that you are privileged and opportune to have that opportunity to tell God in His presence, this is what you say about me. It shall happen to me. Now, the second one you have to do is that you got to speak to your soul. This is critical because you cannot get to greatness until your mind becomes great. You cannot get to greatness until your mind becomes great. So you got to look at your soul and say, look at yourself in the mirror, and you can practice it with the mirror. Most of us have mirror. Just point to yourself and tell yourself, you are the greatest writer. You are the greatest athlete. You are the greatest speaker. You are the greatest entrepreneur. You are just speak to yourself till your soul has no choice than to sink in that greatness that God has designed for you. Now, the third part of speaking is speak into the atmosphere. You got to recreate the atmosphere. Recreate anywhere you go. Just speak it, and speak into the atmosphere contains speaking to things, speaking where people are around you, speaking into the atmosphere. So it's about things and people. People must hear. Things will hear. They will bear witness. Why would they hear? They are the witnesses that yes, he said it, and now it is happening. When Jesus spoke to the fig tree, no man shall eat of you again, the disciple heard it. And when it happened, they were witnesses of the greatness that God has put in Jesus. And so it's also for us. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow.